Okay, join me as I make this a jean shirt, a female jean shirt. Okay, so this is the fabric that I'm using for the shirt. First of all, before you start measuring on your fabric, make sure that you have your measurements ready. That's written down on a paper or a book. Yeah, that's your measurement book, whichever one you're using. So I've folded my fabric into two, and I am marking out right now the shirt placket. A shirt placket is where the buttonhole and the buttons are fixed. So I measured out 2 inches for that. And after marking out my shirt placket, the next thing I am doing right now is to measure my shoulder measurement. So from the point of the shirt placket, just take a horizontal measurement to get your shoulder measurement. Your shoulder measurement is from your shoulder bone to the next shoulder bone divided by 2, but I added half an inch for the joining of the sleeve. So from the shoulder measurement, you get your armhole. From that point where you measured your shoulder measurement, take it down and get your armhole measurement. My own armhole measurement is 8.5. So on the point where I got my armhole measurement, I measured my bust circumference. Okay, so I got my circumference divided by 4 plus 2 inches. Mind you that your armhole measurement is the circumference of your armhole divided by 2. Okay, so at the point of the armhole, I measured my bust circumference. Then I took back my tape to my shoulder measurement again to get my half length, which is 17 inches, and my shirt length, which is the last measurement, the last vertical measurement. Then on my half length, I measured my waist circumference. That is the circumference of my waist divided by 4. Then I added 2 inches for my sewing allowance and my ease allowance. So I took down my tape to the shirt length, and I measured my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches. One for the sewing allowance, the other for the ease allowance. So we are almost at this point. I am almost done with the shirt, with the marking of the shirt measurement. Okay, so the next thing is to connect the lines together. All right, so on my armhole measurement, I got my bust measurement. Right now I'm connecting my bust measurement to my waist measurement, then my waist to my hip. All right, so we are done with the down parts. This is how it should be. Then the next thing right now I should do is to measure my neckline. Okay, so because it's a shirt, I didn't know that my video did not get this part, sorry, but what I did is 2 inches, 2.5 inch for my neck width, and 2.5 inch for the neck depth. Okay, then on my shoulder point, I came down by 1 inch and I connected it to the neck width. Okay, to where my neck width started, and I've cut out the front part. Then I placed the front part of the shirt to the back part of the shirt after folding my fabric into 2 again for the back part. So I've placed the front part on it, and I extended the back part, the back shoulder, by 2 inches. The reason is for the shirt not to hang behind. Okay, so from that 2 inches where I extended the upper part of the shirt, thus I left 2 inches from the back part, and I placed my front side after the 2 inches, and I just marked out the remaining shape. So this shirt does not have a dart. Shirt does not normally have that, except you want to put a style line. Any dart on a shirt is just a style line. It does not really have any much function. Okay, So that 2 inches I extended at the part is what I will use for my back neckline. All right, so the idea here is for the neck of the shirt not to be too wide. So that is why I'm using all these small measurements for the neckline. So later on I will take the circumference of the neck and use it to trim, to do the additional trimming. Mind you that while placing the front part of the shirt, you are not meant to add the shirt placket, the 2 inches for the shirt placket. If you watch this video very well, you will see that it is not added on the back part. Reason being that these 2 inches will be folded, and the back side of the shirt does not have a zip. It doesn't have zip. It won't have zip. It won't have placket. So there is no need for adding 2 inches. If you add the 2 inches on the back part, it will make the back part to be bigger than the front part. So these are the notes that you have to take. Okay, so right now I am trimming out the back of the shirt. All right, the next thing I will do is just to trim my front armhole. I did not do it on this video, but I'm just saying it. The front armhole, I'll just trim it by 1/2 inch, but the back is okay that way. So I am giving a curve on the side of the shirt. That is why I did this cutting. If you watch, the side went up. I did not video it too, but what I did is to go up by 2.5 inch and curve it to the center. That's the side seam. Go up by 2.5 inch there and curve it to the center to get that U shape down part of a shirt. So right now we are done with the cutting of the shirt. Okay, the next thing that we have to cut is the sleeve. If you watch the down part of my back, the back shirt, it's longer because I added the 2 inches. So that is it. So right now I folded my fabric into 2. Here I folded my fabric into 4 because I want to cut the both sleeves together. Okay, so if you have enough fabric, you can do that. If you don't have, you cut it one after the other. So I've gotten the measurements that I want. The measurement I am using here is 8 inches length for the sleeve, but I will have to do 2 inches turning down. So I'll still have to add 2 inches pieces down on the tip of the sleeve in order to use it to turn it, because I want this design to come up on the top, on the outer part of the shirt. Okay, so the next thing you have to do is, that's your armhole that you used on the shirt, use it to get the upper parts. So here, that's your armhole divided by 2. So here I am using 10 inches for my armhole to be on a safer side. After marking it, we'll get the circumference of where of your shirt length. That's where the sleeve length, sorry, where the sleeve length will end. Get the circumference and mark it on the down part. Then on that edge where the angle where you folded, just go in by 1/2 inch, and on the last part where you got your armhole measurement, come down by 4 inches and take a curve. Okay, take a curve to get the curve of that's your armhole curve. So that's what I just did here. And right now our shirt sleeve is ready. So the next thing is to trim it out. After trimming it out, I'll have to open the down part. Remember that I said I folded into 4 because I wanted to cut the both sleeves together. So now that I'm done trimming out, the next thing I'll have to do is to open up the down part to get 2 sleeves. All right, then remember to trim out 1/2 inch from the front part of the sleeve. That's where you will fix to the front part of your shirt armhole.